Well, hey folks, it's Bob from Mountain Crest Farm. Believe it or not, I am back. Been a month since the last video. Been 2 months since the video before that. And I'm not making promises about going forward. There will be videos. I can't tell you how often. I'm not even going to try. Short version. My surgery was on April 20th, I believe. And I have been in and out of the hospital 9 times since then. That takes up a little bit of time. So there's my excuse, for good or for bad, as to why I hadn't been doing videos. But hopefully that's going to change. Now let's talk about that change. Let's talk about going forward. This channel is supposed to be about homesteading. I hadn't talked about much of anything except liver cancer for a year. But this channel is supposed to be about homesteading. And I'll tell you right now, it's going to be a while before I can do anything physical that would help y'all out homesteading. Physical. However, I've been thinking it over, and here it is 2020, and I've been on this property for almost 20 years. And in that 20 years, I have done a pretty fair amount of stuff that is homesteading. Oh God, what all. I used to have a small dairy goat herd, milked 20 Saanens. Saanen's a breed of dairy goat, in case you didn't know. High producer, and raw goat's milk was bringing $1, and more than $1, a lot more than $1. And when I started into this, had nothing to do with homesteading. Had nothing to do with wanting to live a self-sufficient lifestyle. It had to do with one thing. I wanted to make some money. And I did some research and found out that raw dairy goat pays good. So I got dairy goats. So I know a little bit about dairy goats. Had them for several years. Can I get out and show you anything about dairy goats? Can I show you how to do things? No. Physically, I'm unable right now, and, well, I don't have a goat. A little bit after I got the dairy goats, I got chickens. I got laying hens. I found out that if I market properly to people like what I used to derogatorily refer to as the food nuts down in Atlanta, while everybody else up here that had chickens was getting $2, $3, $4 a dozen for eggs. If I did my marketing right to the people down in Atlanta, to the same people who were buying my raw goat's milk, I could get $6 and $7 a dozen for eggs. So it wasn't long before I had 100 layers. So I can't show you anything about chickens. I can teach you a lot about chickens, but I can't show you physically. I can't do it right now, although I will have chickens again before very long. And I can tell you a lot about chickens, what to do, what not to do, what mistakes not to make that I made, because there are some mistakes. Chickens are easy, but they're not foolproof. So let's see. What else have I done? in these last 20 years. Well, anybody that's watched my channel at all in the last couple of years, 2-3 years, knows I love pigs. And I can teach you a lot about pigs without ever laying a hand on a pig. What breeds are good, what breeds aren't so great to have, what breeds can turn you some money. Because even though I got way away from just the how do I make a dollar, as I move farther away from that, I move closer to the homesteading self-sufficiency lifestyle, which requires you to make some money. I mean, it takes $1 or $2 to run a homestead. Got property taxes to pay, got feed to buy. Occasionally there'll be a vet bill, although if you do it right, that's held to a minimum. But I sort of move from one to the other, but they're the same. You need money to run a homestead, whether it's to make money or to whether it's to make money or whether it's just to live a self-sufficient lifestyle. And I'll be doing some new things in the future. Partially because I don't know just how much I'm going to be able to do physically on down the road. I would like to think I can get back to where I was. Matter of fact, I'd even bet $1 or $2 on it. But I wouldn't bet $4 or $5 on it. I got a long way to go, folks. But I'll be getting into some other things that don't take quite as much physical effort. One thing I got to do is I got to straighten this place up. You can't see a whole lot behind me, but you can see some. And this is what 2 years of neglect does. My place is a dump. I've already got some offers for help from some folks up in New York. When I get where I can pitch in a little bit and they can pitch in a little bit. Thomas up there at Thomas Schmidt Homestead said he and Dawn are going to load up their tractor and come down here and help. And I didn't ask them nothing. They're just that kind of folks. But some of the stuff I plan on doing in the future, hadn't decided for certain, and I'm going to do something I never do on a video. I'm going to smoke a cigarette. But one of the things that it isn't for certain, but I think as far as physical ability, I'll get to it fairly soon. And no telling what else. I'm going to start raising ducks. I'm going to raise ducks for eggs to sell to bakers. I don't know if y'all realize just how rich nutritionally duck eggs are, but they are a super great source of nutrition, and bakers absolutely love them. I don't have to go to Atlanta to find bakers, folks. So I'll be raising duck eggs to sell as eggs for people to bake with or to eat, because they're great eating eggs too. I'm also planning on selling duck eggs over the internet. Yeah, I know. Don't laugh at me till I've tried it and failed. Just sit back and watch. And you know, I show you my failures every bit as much as I show you my successes, so that you know what to do, and just as importantly, what not to do. So, while you're not going to see me put out a whole lot of effort physically, because I simply can't, you are going to see me try to teach a few things that, I mean, okay, maybe I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I think 20 years I've learned a little bit. And until I get where I can physically do things, I'm going to try to share that stuff with you. Everything from, y'all have seen me do some videos about saving money on the homestead by keeping your own equipment repaired, when I think I showed you one where it was going to be $200 to repair a chainsaw, and I did it for $12.50 in about 15 minutes. So there's all kind of stuff I've done videos on, and that I will be doing videos on, that hopefully some of y'all will find helpful. And if you don't find it helpful, go on to the next video. Don't have to watch every video I do. There's some folks out there that do, like Mary Grace and some others, Dave and Darcy over in Alabama. But you don't have to watch every video I do. Pick the ones you think you can get something out of, that you can learn from, or that are funny, because I try to put some humor in. Or just chatting. I hadn't even mentioned the coffee chats. No, they're not going to stop. There will still be coffee chats. It'll still be Bob just sitting out here with a hot cup of coffee, talking about whatever comes to mind, just stream of consciousness thought. That'll still be in there too. But hopefully we can get this channel back rolling to where y'all find it enjoyable, to where some of y'all can learn some things. Well, the two things I say about my channel are that I try to make it entertaining and educational. And we'll see how far I can go on that, because right now, physically, I can't do nothing. But y'all have a good day, and remember, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel down there. There's a little button down there you can hit, and give me a thumbs up. And always have an awesome day. Through the last couple months, every day's been a great day. And that's really, really easy to do. All it takes to have an awesome day is to remember two things. Number one, the tomb was empty. And number two, he is alive. Now, I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Might be tomorrow. Might be next month. The way things have gone the last 2 months, you never can tell.